Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight in the Caucasus Basketball League, DVIN-CILICIA is hosting New BAYAZET. Let me introduce you to the lineup of the teams. New BAYAZET. Number 1, Hamlet Muratian. Number 3, Christian Carmichael. Number 5, Nick Velasquez. Number 7, the captain of the team, Baran Kelejan. Number 8, Babken Gasparian. Number 11, Devin Smith. Number 22, Xavier Fletcher. Number 23, Eddie Martagnan. Number 24, Charlie Daniels. Number 33, Gor Marsignan. Number 34, Mikael Agobian. And number 77, Konstantin Radionov. The head coach of the team, Sarkis Stepanyan, assistant coach Manu Grigorian. DVIN-CILICIA. Number 1, Rafi Salatian.
Poke it out, poke it out, poke it out, baby, poke it out, poke it out.
Number 2, JJ Morris.
Poke it out, new walk, ice walk, check it out.
Number 7, the captain of the team, Jean-Jacques Agopian.
Head out, showing up, baby.
Number 9, Javante Matthews.
Poke it out, poke it out.
Number 11, Zach McIntyre. Number 12, Troy Jones. Number 13, Aram Dudaklian. Number 15, Aikas Grigorian. Number 17, Mano Halajan.
I know you see me on the team now. Cardi be looking like big in the beat. I'ma go fuck in the bitches.
Number 22, Jamal Poplar.
Pop in the pig. Then I go big.
Number 25, RJ Smith.
Poke it out, poke it out, poke it out, baby, poke it out.
And number 27, Gor Simoyan.
Poke it out, new walk, ice walk, check it out, check it out.
The head coach of the team, Hago Pedros. The game will be featured by the coach David Kijan umpires, Rastan Muratian, David Parusan, to be sure the game made Alexandrosian.
Pull it out, baby, baby, F-A, baby, baby.
Pocket really on the man. Nail goofy on some fan. Be a man, not a fan, dog. Tech 9 with a fan, dog. Blow your hood up like Osama, dog. Young Savage with the drama, dog. Still fucking niggas mama, dog. I'm still fucking niggas mama, dog. Girl, Croc with the coke case. Lily Rush with the cold case. I passed the hoe for my bro. Even though I love nothing on the cold case. Still giving in my old case. Last year money, nigga, in my old case. 2013, that's an old rate. 2017, it's a new rate. Back in the back, nigga, with a new rate. Hit your ass and make it time to need a new rate. This ain't no wine gun, this ain't Burberry. Nigga, do you wanna be a bitch aware? Kick you out the car cause you too scared. I ain't got no permit, but I still care. You are not playing, nigga, it's a hot gun. We don't stop shooting till the cops come. I'm a rich nigga, you a hot bum. I got bad bitches, you are not one. Yo, bitch, basic, bitch, nigga, face it, broke bitch, old bitch, club, I'll chase it. Told me to leave her number, already erased it. Big truck, Robert Maybach, I been going that shit. Yeah, what you talking about, nigga? Jump out with that yahoo, what you talking about, nigga? It's raining, but that Celtic rain and sun out, nigga. I got that dick, can't rock the drum out, nigga. You niggas love too much, and I'm up too much. You can't talk to me, little bitch, you ride the bus too much. They kick me out of elementary, used to lunch too much. Used to skip class and go to school for lunch too much. Nigga, fuck you. Yeah, you too. Bluetooth, face shot, yeah, Bluetooth. And my bitch ass fat like Bruce. I got all the bitch shit on me, eat couscous. AR-15, make a nigga hit the bro. Don't bring me around your plug, I hit the bro. Don't bring me around your girl, I hit the bro. I ran up on your pocket, I'm what I smoke. Whole windows on my fist, little bitch. Quarter ticket on my wrist, little bitch. Another nigga front seat, little bitch. Another nigga with the shit, little bitch. Don't suck the ball, just lick, little bitch. It hurt when you suck the tail, little bitch. Think I'm slipping from my heel, little bitch. Glock out and make it tick, little bitch. Streets cold hearted, ain't no feelings there. Boiling now back, yeah, they killing them. I'm a rapper now, but I was feeling them. I know you wanna be served by a billionaire. Still a get you hit it by the billionaire. Pull up to the Gucci store to chillin' now. Spend so much they let me bring my sleeping now. They hide the name and just to win my children now. Legend status dog, I'ma go. AK sink you like Titanic, the banana boat. I could spend 10 million still when I'm broke. Say she wanna fuck again, let her hit my bro. Acting like she didn't do it, she must think I'm slow. Way too player, don't got time, just don't know. But now skills to act, white girl in the road. Last nigga try to go against this shit, got hit in the nose. Last nigga try to go against this shit, got Peter wrong. I ain't looking for no man dog, nigga, I don't need a loan. You a little female dog, I know you need a bone. She keep calling me, telling me where my Peter home. Brand new Robert, brand new number, venom. Killers poppin', fuckin' bitch, feelin' sore. Put my weapons forth so I can feel it more. Pop a purpose set so I can feel it more. I'm across the fence, girls say I'm handsome. I don't take a shot, she gon' throw a tantrum. Headshots on the film, headshots on my film. Money can't film, all the models different. Me go plugs out here, he a play for film. Slaughter gang on film, forward gang on film.
And yet we're back for another game in the Caucasus Basketball League with DVIN-CILICIA matching up against New BAYAZET. DVIN-CILICIA is in the third place of the league, while BAYAZET is still in the fourth. And today is a really important game for New BAYAZET as they've lost one of their best players, Matt Austin. He will not be playing for the team anymore for some personal reasons. But there's a new addition, not as a player, but as a head coach for BAYAZET, Sarkis Stepanyan, who is one of the best coaches for me personally. in Armenia for youngsters, is going to be coaching BAYAZET, I guess, for the remaining of the season. And obviously, all of us were talking about, me and Dustin, and the people who understand the game and are not announcing, but are speaking about some games during the breaks, for example, or after it. So most of the people thought that BAYAZET has a problem with playing a very personal basketball, trying to use only the things that they have, not playing as a team. So now I really hope they will start playing as a team, and obviously with the amount of talent they have, if it's managed correctly, it can be a great team. That's Troy Jones, my favorite one from DVIN this year. Makes the first three of the game while Nick Velasquez is with the ball. Not gonna shoot it yet. Won't make it either because there's a pass intercepted by Caucasus. And Grigoryan gets an easy lay-in in a fast break with no defense at all. Xavier guarded by McIntyre. In this matchup, I really like. They're both the same kind of players. Always try to crash the offensive board. Charlie Daniels couldn't put it back. Second try, good. Dunks the ball after getting the offensive rebound twice in a row, actually. Caucasus will leave it to Poplar. Of course, Poplar is not going to penetrate. He will find somebody in Troy Jones for now. And Caucasus, not a good pass. He thought McIntyre was going to roll. He popped. So there's a turnover for DVIN-CILICIA. As Valant, who's open, not even looked at the basket. Devin Smith comes up short in the corner. And now this time Poplar is going to drive. Great defense. Charlie Daniels rejects the shot of Jamal. And the ball is stolen by Jones. As Caucasus, great pump fake. Another basket, and there is a timeout call by New BAYAZET. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back after the BAYAZET's timeout with a set play run by the head coach. Let's see, Velasquez gets the ball. He will get a ball screen from Charlie Daniels. Velasquez won't shoot it, has the mismatch. There's the switch back for DVIN-CILICIA. Smith. Boom! Devin Smith! Seems like Smith has some personal problems with the rim. Look at that. We need more of this, Devin. Watch this. I'm obviously going to watch this game after it. So whenever you hear me, just remember, we need something like this anytime from you, as Matthews gets a bucket, while Caucasus was really close to getting still. Another close call by Grigoryan. Velasquez is open, not going to shoot it. Xavier, great fake. Charlie, another dunk. So there's only a 3-point difference in the score. Fletcher is guarding McIntyre, who passed it to Haikas. And Zach's gonna shoot it. No good. Poplar with the rebound. Great job. And Daniels, VC Poplar. This matchup is going to be really interesting one today, as both of the players are the tallest in the league. They don't actually always find a matchup that has the same strength, the same height, well, kind of the same, of course. As Xavier comes up short on his three. Jones is running, leaves the ball to Matthews. Right back to Troy. With the help of his jab, Jones drives, has a lot of space, and then he is fouled in a paint, and only the first foul of the game, besides already 4.5 minutes have gone by in the first quarter. So this first foul goes to Xavier Fletcher, who was the kind of player who I didn't think actually committed for one. I thought it was more of a Nick Velasquez foul, while Jones is unlucky with the first try from the line. The second one is good. So a lucky one and an unlucky one. Velasquez goes on Zach. Weird shot by Nick. And there's a traveling called on Javonte Matthews for starting the dribbling, for not starting the dribbling before his step. And now there's a 6-point lead of DVIN-CILICIA. Varan Kelejan's gonna inbound the ball. Devin goes up for a shot, makes the mid-range shot. Devin Smith has started hot. And there's a steal by Fletcher. He has to pass, but there's an unsportsmanlike foul called on Javonte Matthews, which leads to Xavier Fletcher shooting two from the line. Well, actually, if he passed it to Devin Smith, BAYAZET have already gotten their 10th point, but it doesn't actually matter, as after 2 shots of Xavier, still the team is going to get the ball. But let's see what's happening. It seems like the 2 referees, well, 3 of them now actually, are discussing the latest foul, and maybe they will change the decision. No, they will not. So there's an unsportsmanlike foul. Of course, everybody's going out of the 3-point line, as there's the first sub in DVIN-CILICIA, with 2 players actually coming to the floor in RJ Smith and JJ Morris. Javonte Matthews and Jamal Poplar are on the bench. So small ball lineup for, and look at that, that's what I was talking about, for DVIN-CILICIA. So if Xavier passed it to Devin Smith, not only BAYAZET would have scored 2, but we would have seen one of the best dunks, I guess. So if BAYAZET cannot score in this possession, the pass was needed, but it was not, and look at that, right when I said it, Varan Kelejan makes the 3, so the captain makes it only a 1-point game. Jones, great cut. His lefty layup is no good. Ball goes to McIntyre in the corner. Zach makes the 3. Look at that. Velasquez put everybody on skates there, but misses the 3-pointer. What a pass. What a pass. Oh, it goes out of bounds, and it is new basketball. Didn't think that. Fletcher gives it to Devin. There's a great cut by Kelejan. Varan goes on Haikas, misses it. but he gets the offensive board back. Velasquez guarded by Haikas, who has not even got any shot, but Velasquez is not going up for one. Only 1 second. The shot was up, no good. And Xavier tried to tip it to one of his friends, but nobody was there. As Haikas is open now, won't shoot it though. Great pass to Jones. Pump fakes, goes all the way. And there's a foul called, and Devin Smith jumped up, hands high. He thought it would not be a foul, but you have to be straight. You cannot be sideways when you chop up. Look at that. Let's see the replay. There you go. When the two players collided in the air, Devin Smith was not facing Troy Jones. That's why it was called, and Jones makes the first one, so 16-11. This was Troy's 5th point. There's the 6th one. And we're right back to that 6-point lead as Kelejan. Great pass to Xavier. Morris could not block the shot of Fletcher. RJ tries to go on Charlie. And McIntyre will try a drive. No good again. He was stopped as Jones comes up short. Great defense by New BAYAZET for the whole 24 seconds of the possession. Smith goes on JJ Morris, makes another point. 6 for Devin. And we're back to a single possession game with the lead cutting down to only 2. As McIntyre loses the control of the ball. Velasquez with the steal, goes all the way, but look at that, Nick Velasquez. What an easy blown layup by him. Reward Troy basketball gods. Oh, they didn't. And the ball actually is going to be rewarded to New BAYAZET. Varan takes the ball. Passes the half court. I think the Devin Smith one-on-one ISO play has been working for BAYAZET. They need to continue to doing the same as Varan Kelejan misses a 3-pointer to the right. Zach goes on Fletcher. Zach attack. Makes 2. So he's got 5 now. And the leading scorer of the game is Jones, tying up with Devin Smith. And Nick Velasquez is called for a charge, an offensive foul. Zach McIntyre in a great place, in a great stance. And there's another 2-man sub on DVIN-CILICIA. So the 2 players who got subbed out early in the game, Javante Matthews and Jamal Poplar, are back on the floor, leading the only 2 Americans who were not subbed in the game yet. So Troy Jones and Zach McIntyre on the bench. And we don't actually see that much of subs on BAYAZET's side as Jamal Poplar makes the 2-point. Velasquez, he's open. Another missed shot by Nick. RJ Smith with a fadeaway shot. And it goes. Devin is going on Javante and one Devin Smith. And as it seems like the head coach of DVIN-CILICIA has to change something in their defense, as whenever Devin Smith has an ISO, goes on anybody, it seems like this is the day that Devin is going to score everything. As both of the teams sub one of those players out, as Haikas goes to the bench. The captain of DVIN-CILICIA, JJ, is on the floor. Oh, that's the favorite line of the Dustin Simcox. Shout out to you, Dust. And it's J.J. Morris, J.J. Akopian, and R.J. Smith, while Devin Smith gets 3 points the hard way. And there's a sub on New BAYAZET 2 with Christian Carmichael coming in. Xavier Fletcher is on the bench. 5-point game. Matthews a lot of space. Of course he's gonna score this point. Smith, another try from the mid-range. This one works as well. 11 points for Devin Smith just in the first quarter. He ties with his shirt number and he scores. So the last possession most likely is going to New BAYAZET with J.J. Morris missing an easy layup opportunity. Great pass, touchdown! And it's a 3-point game. J.J. Morris looks at the time. Of course, he doesn't need to rush. And now there's a ball screen by Poplar, which he's not going to use. Missed it. And that is it. J.J. couldn't actually get it on time. Of course, the ball will not count. So 25-22, 3-point lead for DVIN-CILICIA. We are going into the second quarter. We'll be back after the break. And yeah, we are back in the second quarter of DVIN-CILICIA New BAYAZET matchup. DVIN-CILICIA has a 3-point lead as J.J. Morris gets the ball. J.J. Agopian gives it to Poplar, who's not going to shoot. Agopian will try though, no good. Rebound Velasquez. And I don't think you saw there what RJ was doing. And another putback by Charlie Daniels. This is his 4th point of the game. So as I was saying, R.J. Smith is always on the offensive rebound side, always crashing the board. This time it was Jamal Poplar though, And Devin Smith has a man in the back, and there's a foul called on JJ Agopian. He thinks that it was not a foul, but I've been talking about this during the last season too. When a player is running and somebody touches him from behind, look at that. Their feet got strangled together, so obviously it's a defensive foul. Let's just put it this way. If a player is going one-on-one with the basket with no defensive player and somebody touches him from behind, he trips and he falls down, what's going to happen? Nothing? No foul? Or an offensive foul? No, obviously that's a defensive foul. Even that time there's an unsportsmanlike one if there's no defender in front of the offensive player. As RJ goes for a shot, makes it. It was not a three though, he had a foot on line. So if he wore a little bit smaller shoes, maybe it would have been a three-pointer. Well, if it's not this time, and there's still a single possession game after even making this long mid-range shot. And Kelejan leaves it to Velasquez. 6 seconds on the clock. Nick has a lot of space. Of course he's gonna make it. Matthews. JJ is in the corner against Varant. Great defense, Christian, but there's called a foul. So the problem of that was in the end, Christian Carmichael, after playing great defense on Javante, one of the hardest to guard players. Let's look at the replay. Yeah, just at the last second, besides just getting his hands high and keeping them there, he decided to throw him down, and he decided to block Javante's shot, and that's why he is called for a foul. And let's not forget, Javante, not only the hardest to guard players, but one of the best block avoiding players of the league. And Javante was missing a lot of free throws first year, but this year it's really rare to see both of the free throws missed by him, another put back by Charlie. Matthews, another try, no good, and Varan didn't catch the ball. RJ wanted to try one more time, couldn't control the ball that much. As JJ missed it, Javante rebound, he puts the ball back. Nick going up for a mid-range shot, good. There's finally a lead for New BAYAZET with a point, 30-29. So again, only at the last second. I don't know what's happening with the New BAYAZET players. It seems like they only foul at the last second. And there's a second team foul in the second quarter for BAYAZET, while there's a three-man sub on DVIN-CILICIA. RJ, JJ, and Javante go to the bench. Haikas, McIntyre and Jones are back with JJ Morris still on the foul line to shoot two. The first one is good. As Xavier Fletcher for BAYAZET is ready to check back in. There's the second point for JJ Morris, and as it seems like Fletcher is replacing Devin Smith on the floor. Kelejan. Carmichael couldn't control it, tried to save it, but it goes straight to Jones. JJ open, no good. Xavier with a rebound. And it is New BAYAZET ball. Great defense by JJ Morris, tips it out of bounds, lets his teammates run back the defense. Kelejan has it, passes it to Christian. Great defense one more time, JJ Morris. I'd like to applaud him. 2 in a row great defensive plays by the point guard. Well, they're playing point guard now, as JJ comes. Couldn't drop though. And another touchdown pass by players of Bayazet. This time the quarterback was Nick Velasquez and the wide receiver was Xavier Fletcher. But no shooting foul for Bayazet. Is just the first down for them. Or actually the second one. Let's be realistic. And Christian Carmichael won't connect with his mid-range shot. Aikas gonna shoot it. Tried to use the backboard. Didn't go in. Varant. Open. No good, Kelejan. Rebound Aikas. And after it, he just starts running. Not even looking anywhere. And he makes the layup. Giving the team back the 3-point lead. Fletcher tried to go on Zach. His half floater is no good. And I guess Devin Smith has already got his rest. And look at that, just at the second when I say head coach Starkis lets him know that he needs to go in the game, and Aikas gets in M1. And Devin is going to replace, let's see, I think Nick Velasquez. Yes, Velasquez is going to the bench. Aikas comes up long on the second free throw, so he didn't get it. David Smith just at the second, coming back, gets a ball screen from Charlie Daniels, goes up for a 3-point shot. No good, rebound Aikas. Charlie was trying to get the offensive board. Aikas was earlier in the right spot. JJ starts the cha-cha-cha. The ball was tipped, he got it back. Now Zach has it. No good. Smith. Varant, great cut, great drive, great make. This is the 5th point of Varant, the only player of Bayazet who has more than a 1 foul, so 2 for him. Good pass to Poplar. The jump stop worked for him, but he couldn't make the lay-in. Kelejan passes it to Christian. Smith is going to drive. Great defense, Poplar. Nothing is called. Jones. And there's a foul by Christian Carmichael. It was a hard bomb, but it was, obviously everybody knows that it was an intentional foul. But there is no rule that says if you play the ball and it's a little bit hard, then it's an unsportsmanlike. But no. And there's a timeout call. We will be back after a minute. And so we're back after the timeout, and let's not forget before that Troy Jones was fouled on his way to the basket of BAYAZET. And he's on the line, and he makes the first one. While for the remaining 4 minutes and 18 seconds, DVIN-CILICIA is going to play with a bonus, as this was the 4th team foul in the second quarter for New BAYAZET. And the BCDC with a 5-point lead is going back to defense. Devin Smith passes Jones, goes on everybody else, makes the bucket. Look at this, he is unstoppable today. Matthews makes a three-pointer. Ball is right back to Smith. Obviously, a lot of things are happening for Devin, so he wants to try to score again. The point, of course, is scoring. Great pass by Varan to Charlie. Misses the first layup, gets his own rebound, gets the putback. Caucasus will not pass it to the post to Poplar. And the pass to McIntyre is intercepted by Xavier as Valant is open. Gets a pass from Devin, goes all the way, makes another layup. 2-point game with 3 minutes left. The head coach is chanting one stop, but you cannot stop that. Jones! What a cold-hearted three. Smith. And now Xavier will try one. Answers to Jones. Right back to 2 points. So the second attempt of Fletcher today. First one was missed. This one was good. As McIntyre is in his favorite spot. His shot is no good. Opportunity for BAYAZET to tie the game. Carmichael. Now Varant has it. Again, goes all the way, makes the lay-in. And now DVIN-CILICIA has to call a timeout at the second. BAYAZET ties the game. We'll be back in a minute.
My gorgeous still wear the braids on the side. Thought she forgave me, we are age at the time. I'm not that patient with mine. You call the case, we haven't been to that space. Said it makes sense, baby, slip, short and lace tick. You was jealous, now apologize, goofy. I'm the prize you stuck to me, glorified with shown the movies. Black old like the early 60s. My girl, you wanna do the baby. I feel the romance. She got money, but she empty, that's my type for real. They offer me a license, still right to my clientele. I did bad, now she hate me, hope I won't. You doing bad, pop the pills. Kansas City, Chicago, Atlanta, where you going? Say she there without knowing. Oh, you live mine. Kansas City, Chicago, Atlanta, where you going? Say she there without knowing. Kansas City, Chicago, Atlanta, where you going? Say she there without knowing. Oh, you live mine. Kansas City, Chicago, Atlanta, where you going? Say she there without knowing. My shorty going like yellow with the gold teeth. Shorty feeling beach nowhere, we in his nose deep. I'm doing better than you ever respected. Don't check for me unless my check account respected collections. I used to pass collections, pray just hoping to get the heck. She might have to know like the one who put it.
We're back out to the timeout. There's a tie game. As Jones had McIntyre, but couldn't pass it to him. And look at that. Xavier Fletcher travels the ball. His dunk attempt actually was blocked by Troy Jones. So Jones is left out of his top 10 moment. McIntyre. Javante didn't pass it to Caucasus, tells him to get out. Finally, Caucasus has it. 5 seconds on the shot clock for DVIN. Great step back for Jones. Got everybody up in the air. And with a fight for a rebound, forces BAYAZET's players to tip the ball out of bounds. And there's a sub on DVIN-CILICIA. JJ Morris is back on the floor. RJ, who was not looking good today. Well, actually, we don't even notice him a lot. And right after Jones airballs a three-pointer, Matthews gets a rebound and he's fouled. Of course, the new head coach of BAYAZET is upset with the players not boxing out on Matthews. And the reason why we didn't see RJ Smith a lot today is that obviously it is a whole different new BAYAZET that we're looking at today. Even without Matt Austin, they look a lot better, I'll just be honest. And as I was saying, the reason is that they have been boxing out, they have been playing great defense, they were not letting a lot of inside shots to DVIN-CILICIA. But of course, every time something like this happens, the head coach has to be upset. Christian Carmichael gets the lead with a three-pointer, 46-45. RJ, is it to JJ? JJ with a long three. No good, another rebound try from RJ. As Devin kind of traveled, I think, for a second there. But he comes up short on his layup attempt. Hi, guys. Jones has the ball with 10 seconds, calls for a screen from RJ Smith. Morris, another try. This time it was more open than last time, and he makes the three. And the last possession is going to new BAYAZET with 15 seconds on the clock. David Smith has it. 10 seconds. Spins on Jones, goes all the way, and one, Devin Smith. And if he continues to play this way for the second half, this will be his high scoring appearance in the Caucasus Basketball League. And there's his 16 point, 5 seconds. Jones. Caucasus has it, great defense. And that is it. The head coach applauds his players. And with the lead of BAYAZET, with a single point, we're going to the third quarter. We'll be back after the halftime break. And yet we are back in the second half of the new BAYAZET and DVIN-CILICIA matchup as Nick Velasquez gets the first 2 points. Jones spins, pass goes to Zach. Well, couldn't attack, but Rafi Saratian is on the floor for DVIN-CILICIA in the third quarter. A very rare opportunity for him. Velasquez, another drive, another good pass. Xavier, another 2. And this, if I'm not mistaken, is the biggest lead of new BAYAZET in the whole game as Devin Smith tried to get the steal. And he finally does. Goes on Salatian. There's a foul called. And yet I kind of agree with the head coach of BAYAZET who thought it was an unsportsmanlike foul as a fast break was stopped. And now Velasquez is with it. Gets a ball screen from Valan Smith. Bang! Devin Smith with a shot. Jones, great pass to RJ Smith, who gets the end one. There's the momentum back for DVIN-CILICIA. RJ misses his free throw after making the M1. Kelejan was not a good pass, and somehow he got away with it as the ball goes out of bounds after hitting the feet of DVIN-CILICIA. Well, not actually DVIN-CILICIA, players of BCDC. Smith, another shot. Shot, shot, shot. 21 points for Devin Smith. McIntyre goes on Fletcher, passes it to RJ, who's guarded by Daniels on the three-point line. Look at how high the big man is as Smith goes on for a mid-range shot, no good. Rafi with the rebound. And Zach McIntyre goes for a layup, which is missed. Ball is back into Devin Smith's end. Another and one. Devin Smith, what is he doing? Well, you'll be kind of surprised of how happy I am every time Devin Smith scores. I saw the first game where the opener of the league was Wagner City against Mad Foxes. Devin Smith was still at the Foxes at that time, and he looked really good that day. I was so sure he will be an amazing player, but he didn't play well enough for the Foxes that day, then for the next couple of games. But again, I knew he was good. And this is the game that he proves to me, and I prove myself that I was right. And Devin is a really good player, and look at that. Not a good rebound try by BAYAZET. Jones won't shoot it. RJ goes on Varant. His fadeaway is no good. Varant gets the ball to Nick. Devin, open again. Finally a miss from him, and nothing is called there on Xavier Fletcher. Poplar blocked by Charlie Daniels. He picks up the ball. Euro step works for Charlie. 13-point lead. RJ. Zach goes up for one. Misses it to the right. Great pass from Kelejan to Xavier, and there's finally timeout called by DVIN-CILICIA. We'll be back in a minute.
Look, your homie died and you cried, bitch, slide. You know boys ain't hiding, they always outside. Nigga play with mine, nigga won't play with one of mine. Got 10 guns in the house and I stay with one of mine. But I ain't gotta do shit, I just press a button. Hold on, ain't for nothing, the boys always love us something. We get your block up with drums like what's with the assault. Yeah, let them know, just in case they get your money. Try to get percentage from where I stop. We still waiting for that. Ain't no
And the timeout is over for BCDC. Let's see what the head coach Hagop changed in the offense of the team, as there's a big scoring round by New BAYAZET, which is crushed by RJ Smith's a two-pointer from the mid-range. Good pass from Devin to Nick in the corner. Velasquez comes up good in the three. And this was the only made three-pointer of Velasquez. He got 4 attempts and just the one make. Jones was open. Charlie didn't even bite on that. But Jones misses his three as Velasquez goes on Troy. Another make by Nick Velasquez. 11 points. RJ won't take the screen of Caucasus, but goes up for a three-point shot. No good. Rebounds goes to Jamal Poplar. Daniels is on him yet. 8 seconds on the clock for BCDC. Jones leaves it to McIntyre in the paint, who puts up his favorite shot but misses it. And not an actually good pass from Nick to Xavier. The only thing he could do was to shoot it, and look at that! What a great strip by Devin Smith as Caucasus misses a three. And it seems like Charlie Daniels got hit on the face by Jamal Poplar. It was not a foul. Let's see what the referees will decide. Yeah, ball goes to DVIN-CILICIA. Xavier Fletcher, great steal, leaves it to Velasquez. Boom! 20-point lead for New BAYAZET. And now Caucasus is fouled inside of BAYAZET's paint. And there's a sub in DVIN-CILICIA. Zach McIntyre and Jamal Poplar will go to the bench with Javante Matthews and JJ Morris checking back in. So now Caucasus is on the line. His first shot is good. Makes both of those, gets the pair, cuts the lead down to 18. So in just 5 minutes, BAYAZET managed to get an 18-point lead. Velasquez. Devin is open. Another one. Devin Smith. 27 points for Devin. Javante makes the three, answers to Devin. And Caucasus, there's an unsportsmanlike foul on Varant Kilijan. And as it seems like there's a tactical foul called on the head coach of BAYAZET for running to the floor, but believe me, his intention was not fighting. He actually was trying to help to separate Varant and Caucasus. We're very close to being in a close fight. So after the technical foul called on the head coach of BAYAZET Sarkis and a made free throw by Jones, Valant Kerejan is on the other side to shoot the two unsportsmanlike foul free throws. Makes the first one. And he gets the second. So still, BAYAZET is going to have the possession with DVIN-CILICIA being in a 2-3 zone defense. Velasquez missed it. And it is new BAYAZET ball. And a timeout call by new BAYAZET. We'll be back in a minute. So after BAYAZET's timeout, let's see what the set play is for them. Nick Velasquez has the ball. Won't get the screen, and Xavier Fletcher in a fight for a position in the paint of DVIN-CILICIA. Strips, falls, and there's a turnover for BAYAZET with a 19-point lead. Caucasus has the ball. He is fouled by Valant. That is Kerejan's third personal foul of the game. And he makes the first one. Misses the second. Daniels with a rebound. As Devin Smith is with the ball. The ball is stripped from him, but he goes out of bounds. BAYAZET ball. And there's another sub on DVIN. Rafi Salatian is back, replacing Haikaz. In the game, 11 points have been scored by Haikaz for DVIN's 59. Velasquez, good pass to Charlie, and no foul is called. Anyways, Daniels makes it a 2 points. RJ put a screen for JJ. Now Troy has it. Moore's gonna shoot. No good. Velasquez takes the rebound. Another try from Velasquez, way open. 22-point game with 3 minutes left. Great screen from Jones for RJ, who gets the ball and with a lot of space makes his favorite shot from the mid-range. Nick is stripped from behind, keeps the ball. Devin Smith, DJ Smith, another one. 30 points by Devin, and JJ makes the three, answers to his three. And Zach McIntyre is back on the floor. Let's see who is going to the bench. Oh, JJ Morris is. So both me and JJ didn't know that he's going there. We're back at the 20-point line. Charlie with a mismatch. Well, he thinks he has it. Javante Matthews is a very strong player. A great drive. In the end, couldn't make it. Smith turns back, leaves the ball to Nick. Velasquez, no good. Great rebound and a pass. Not a single dribble has been made in this possession for DVIN-CILICIA, and Javante Matthews gets a dunk. And there's a trap on Xavier Fletcher. Somehow he got the ball to Charlie. Smith was open for a second, now he isn't, but he shoots anyways, another make! High contested shot, goes in for Devin. And Xavier Fletcher blocks the shot of Zach McIntyre. Smith has it, leaves it to Daniels. Smith strip. Everything's fine though. Varant, good fake, goes on Rafi, he is fouled. The captain is going to the line to shoot two, and 11 points for Varant Kelejan. So 4 players from Bayazet scored double digits. Devin with 32, Varant with 11, Nick Velasquez with 13, and Charlie Daniels with 18 points. And as well as Devin has 4 players in the double digits, with their leading scorer being Javante Matthews with 16 points, and Troy Jones coming up a little bit short with 12. So Varant makes the second free throw. There's a sub on DVIN-CILICIA. Rafi's on the bench. JJ's back. RJ pulls up. Wasn't lucky. It's Varant. Gets the board. Charlie Daniels is there. Misses the easy layup opportunity. Jones stops, drops, doesn't, pops, doesn't drop. Daniels, not a good pass, but he gets the ball back. Devin Smith is short this time. Varant was open for a second, didn't get a pass from Velasquez. So the last possession in the third quarter is going to Bayazet. Nick, still Bayazet with the possession. And after a miss of Devin Smith, Xavier Fletcher makes the putback, putting the game into the 23-point lead for the team, and we're going to the fourth quarter. We'll be back after the break. And the ball is back for the last 10 minutes of the game. DVIN-CILICIA has Troy Jones, J.J. Morris, R.J. Smith, Zach McIntyre, and Mano Alajan for the first time on the floor. BAYAZET rocks with Nick Velasquez, Devin Smith, Varan Kelejan, Christian Carmichael, and Xavier Fletcher. It was a great defense by Christian Carmichael, but he stepped out of bounds, and it is still BCDC possession. Jones, no goof with his attempt from the corner, and in just a single quarter, in just a single quarter, BAYAZET managed to gain a 23-point lead. So of course, coming back after being down 23 is not impossible, it's just really hard, as Velasquez misses the 3-point attempt. RJ with a long rebound, which was tipped by him, as Jones fakes, goes under there, leaves the ball to McIntyre. Now Jones has it. Great pass to RJ Smith, who rocks the rim. Varan, Devin Smith spins on Morris, leaves the ball to Velasquez. Carmichael is going up for a one. Missed it long, and it is new BAYAZET ball after a great fight from Xavier Fletcher. And now Varan will force Mano to foul. So another foul on Varan. Obviously, this is the first personal one of Mano. So 3, 6, 8, 10 personal fouls for BCDC. 4, 5, 8, 9, 11 for a new BAYAZET. And that means that before this one, both teams were tied on 10 fouls of the game. So practically, like, all of the stats are kind of the same. Even both teams have just a single player in a foul trouble. Well, it is kind of a foul trouble in the fourth quarter. Only 3 personal fouls. It is Varan from BAYAZET and Javante from DVIN-CILICIA. Great pass to McIntyre, who misses the layup. Good pass to Carmichael. Carmichael leaves it to Fletcher. And Xavier makes it. And Jones couldn't make it. Gets the rebound. Makes the bucket. Steal a 22-point lead from BAYAZET. The leading scorer of the game, Devin Smith, with 32 points, is with the ball. Great pass. Fletcher couldn't make it. McIntyre gets the board. Morris. JJ with a floater. Not a good shot. And the ball touches the construction behind the backboard. It is automatically called for an out of bounds. And right after that turnover, he goes to the bench with Javante Matthews going back to the floor. So Velasquez now, guarded by Javante Matthews. Kelejan leaves the ball to Devin. Short. And after getting his getting the ball back after his teammates rebound, he's driving and he's fouled. So another 2-shot attempts for Devin Smith. Oh no, it's not a shooting foul. Let's see the replay. Oh, it's definitely a shooting foul for me. Maybe there was another rule change. If I was officiating, I would have given free throw opportunities to him, with Devin in the post against Jones. No foul called again. So Varan's gonna shoot it. No good. And after 3 straight attempts to make something happen, BAYAZET couldn't score. As Jones goes there, Foul call. I really want to see the replay of this one, as it is called on Xavier Fletcher. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe that was a blocking foul. I didn't see the gesture. But, oh, my favorite kind of a situation where I have to say my favorite phrase. Que sera, sera. Jones puts up the first one. It is good. And Jones gets the pair, cuts the lead down to 20. 7 minutes to come back down 20 points. Smith dances, still with the ball, spins, and makes it. Now this is the real cha-cha-cha that I was waiting for. Nick is on Jones. Troy spins. His floater is up, no good. RJ with a putback. And yet Charlie Daniels, the big man of BAYAZET, is still on the bench. Obviously the head coach keeps him for more important parts of the game, while DVIN comes up short on this one. Yes, 34 points. Let's not forget about that. The ball goes to Jones. He is fouled very early by Nick Velasquez. Of course, it's not a shooting foul, as Velasquez gets his second of the game. Another sub on DC. Mano is going to the bench. Haikas is back. Who's got 11 now. Third straight made free throw by Jones. And there's the fourth one. And right after that, he goes to the bench. The head coach puts Gor Simonyan on the floor. Last year, in the last Caucasus League, Gor Simonyan was one of the starters for DVIN-CILICIA for a lot of games. But this year, for some reason, the head coach decided not to use him that much. Great pass from Varant. And he tried a volleyball shot there. Javante will make a two in the fast break. Nick. Christian won't make it. Another rebound. 2 offensive rebounds in a row for BAYAZET. And Nick Velasquez gets an and one. That's his 13th point. And the foul is on Gor. Nick misses his free throw. Rebound taken by Zach. Great steal by Christian. They run the floor. Fletcher didn't give a very good pass to Carmichael, but he controlled it, gave it right back to him, and Xavier makes the layup right back to the 20-point mark. Ikas on the hand of Fletcher. No good. Rebound, Nick. Xavier has the ball. Goes up and drops the three. RJ with an open try, answers with his own. And after the last shot of Xavier Fletcher from the corner, BAYAZET has the 100-point, well, 101 to be more exact, as Gore fouls another time on Nick. So another two-man sub in DVIN. Javante and Zach are on the bench. JJ and Rafi are back on the floor. So the head coach of DVIN-CILICIA, as it seems like, already knows that they have lost the game, while the head coach of BAYAZET Sarkis subs Devin Smith out. Is welcome, of course, by his teammates, and for the first time, Konstantin Radionov is on the floor for BAYAZET. Nick, another drive, another make, 17 points for Velasquez. RJ goes on Xavier, turns and makes. So not a really bad scoring game for DVIN-CILICIA. They've scored 83 points already. But the crucial part of this game was obviously Devin Smith and the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, where there was a time when New BAYAZET got a 15-point run. And RJ Smith is fouled. He was screaming and one, hoping that the ball will go in, but it didn't. Although he gets the 2-shot opportunities. As RJ gets the pair. Nick, what a great split. And finally, I see today, we were so concentrated on Devin Smith, we forgot about one of the players, one of the best players of the last season is Nick Velasquez, who today finally shows you guys who didn't watch the last year's league who he really is. And believe me, this is not even most of what he can do. He missed a couple of easy layups today. Well, not easy, of course, but you know what I mean. The regular ones, which he always makes, usually makes, to be more exact. And but today, if we judge the other games before this, anybody can understand that Nick Velasquez is playing on a whole different level. Varant has the ball. Goes to the paint. His shot is blocked by RJ. God has it. Good pass to Haikas. Goes up for a floater. It is good. 88-107, 21-point lead. I'm sorry, 19-point lead. Velasquez goes all the way. Xavier with a putback. Another sub for BAYAZET. Warrant, the captain, will go to the bench. He'll score 13 points. Gor Barsikan is on the floor for the first time. Matthews. No good. Takes his own rebound. Another two for Javante. His score is 20. And now BAYAZET is trying to show off now. Trying to put up some fancy points. And again, now this looked more like a traveling than the ones that have been called before. I'll just be honest on that one. As RJ is fouled, will be on the line. Yeah, look at that. He got the ball, did a couple of steps. I'm over-exaggerating, of course. He made one step only, but I mean, I need to sound better, right? So RJ is good with his first try. Minute and 19 left. Second one is also good. So Nick Velasquez now guarded by Javante. Great fake by Radionov. Carmichael goes up for one. No good rebound. Xavier. This one, the floater by Carmichael, goes in. The final minute. Javante makes it, so nothing is called on the Xavier Fletcher and Javante collision. Carmichael has Kostya in the corner, won't pass it to him though. Xavier, right back to Radionov, who airballs one. And there's a two-shot opportunity for JJ Hakopian, as both of the teams have a bonus for the remaining minutes, actually seconds of the game. And this is the opportunity for JJ Hakopian to have points. JJ is gonna shoot it from the line, makes the first. Both of them are good. Now Velasquez with the ball. Great defense, and Costa is in the corner. Air ball. Matthews, great pass to JJ. They connect with the Ali. Great pass to Costa. Ball goes back to Christian. And Carmichael missed it. So there's still time on the clock for DVIN. JJ is going up for a shot. No good. And this is it. 98-111, great win from New BAYAZET. One of the best performances yet in the Caucasus League by Devin Smith, who scored 34 points, and it was crucial for the team's win. I highly congratulate the head coach, the new head coach of New BAYAZET, and we've all seen that this is a really new BAYAZET. I hope this goes on for a longer time, and I hope the next game will be better and better. This was Albert with you as always. Love basketball, and he will love you back.